Super easy shoots today. I've got 2 little condos. Just photos on a floor plan. Nice easy day. Super peaceful where I'm at too. Super quiet. So the first one is, and they're actually both of the same condo too. The first one is unit 19. The second one I think is 20. So I just have to shoot 19 and then check in and see if unit 20 is finished cleaning. But I'm gonna get inside here. And that's how we get in. Got the key. Okay, let's see what we got. Smells like fresh paint. Nice kitchen. Cool little backsplash. Okay, this is pretty nice. So it's just a little condo. Little 2-bedroom. Okay, that light switch doesn't do anything. That's where the washer dryer goes. Cool. Oh wow, big bathroom. This is nice. This is really cool. Big old shower too. Very nice. And the other bedroom. Okay. So I'm gonna set up my camera, take some photos. I actually got, so I bought a Sony ZV-E1. It never stops. I can never ever stop myself. So I'm gonna use the Sony ZV-E1 and my Sony 12 to 24 millimeter f4 lens to do the real estate photos today. My plan is to use the ZV-E1 for all my listing videos moving forward. Well, the majority of them, kind of side by side with my iPhone, because I used to have a Sony a7S III and I really liked my Sony a7S III. So this is the ZV-E1 with the 12 to 24 millimeter on there. It's a super nice camera so far. I haven't had any problems with overheating, so we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll put my sunglasses in here. I feel like this shirt is like not good for this mic, just clipped down here. All right, key stays in my pocket. Backpack can go underneath the sink, and let's take some photos. So it's already on bracketing, but we're gonna lower the ISO to, oh, interesting. So ISO 640. All right, I'm still learning how to use this camera, I guess. All right, we'll see how this goes. I'm a newbie to the ZV-E1, but I mean, it looks nice, so. All right, well, just gonna blast through here and take some photos. I have it on silent shutter, which is really nice. And I can flip this screen up so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And you know, I'm not gonna film anymore at this one because it's, I mean, like I wish that I could just have my Pocket 3 right there, but the Pocket 3, the ZV-E1 is just so light, it's so nice. But let me go into the menu settings here and see ISO, because it's so interesting. Even in photo mode, it doesn't let me go below the base ISO of 640. Oh, perfect, I can change the, never mind, perfect. God, it goes up to 409,600 ISO. That's crazy. All right, now I can drop the ISO to 320 and shutter speed. Okay, perfect. That's what I like to see. Take the photo. All right, it's so silent because I'm not I'm using the electronic shutter instead of the mechanical shutter. So I don't have to hear those clicks all the time. Very nice. Okay, take a shot this way. Oh, the light switch is right here. Oh, all the way over here. Stupid. Okay, now I have to retake those photos. Light switch over here. God, this is, oh my. You'd think that like light switch location would be like pretty standardized across all houses, because I swear that's my biggest gripe with all these different houses that I go in is like, where the hell are all the light switches? And I can't always figure it out. It's so frustrating. So I'll have to like retake photos and all that. I guess it's not the biggest deal, but it can be quite annoying. But so far, this little ZV-E1, this is cool. I like this camera. I like this camera a lot. It's like the size of an APS-C camera with a full frame sensor. How handy is that? Facing this way, camera a little bit forward. Not too much commentary, so if I think of something to say, I'll start filming again, but I'll let you go. The other cool thing about using the ZV-E1 is I can also use it as a vlog camera, and it's light as hell. I mean, it's a little heavy because I have this 12 to 24 millimeter on here, but it's pretty good quality. I'm pretty happy with it. So this paired with the Pocket 3 is gonna be super, super cool to use for all my YouTube videos coming forward. But I have some more pictures to take. Really though, I'm finished with this one. I just have to take some exteriors, and I'm gonna move over to the next one. I do have to take the floor plan real quick. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm done. Okay, I just finished up at this property. I'm gonna head over to, so this is the first section of units, and then over there's like another building, so that's where unit 38 is. So it's 19 and 38, not 19 and 20. So I'm gonna go double check to see if the cleaners are done. I hope they are, so I can just get this done. I won't have to come back another day. So I'll see you in a sec. Or I can just have you come with me. Hooray! We're on a field trip, a school field trip together. Okay, so I have to start the whole long drive to the other section of units. See how long until you get bored. Okay, I'm here. Okay, so it's number 38. Okay, so I see 38. I hope the cleaners are finished. Looks like nobody's there. But it looks pretty dirty outside. So that's not a good sign, because I can't do this unless it's been cleaned already. So I'm gonna go double check and see. Okay, well, I went inside. The lady was actively cleaning. She said they're hours away from being done, so I have to come back another day, which, whatever, it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit frustrating. So that kind of stuff happens when you do real estate photography. You can't always get things done the same day. You do want to, as much as possible, to remain profitable. Try to group together the shoots that you can. You won't always be able to. I mean, for instance, this week, like I said earlier when I was talking, I don't know if I'm going to upload that in this video or this is going to be a different video. I've come to the same section of like 25 minutes away from my house for the last 3 days. So the first shoot that I did was the video that I did the listing video tutorial. And then I came back yesterday to just around the corner to do another listing video, which I think came out really good. I tried to copy all the like super cinematic, crazy speed ramps stuff that I brought my ZV-E1 to do, but I pulled my gimbal out of my car because I've had no use for my Zhiyun Weeble S for the longest time. I pulled it out of my car, and the bolt in like the little plate that you connect your camera to, it was missing. So I don't know how the hell. So I have to get another bolt, a little screw. I guess it wouldn't be quite called a bolt. But anyways, you're not always going to be able to get all the properties done that you want to get done in the same day. But as much as possible, you want to group them together just so you're not constantly driving back and forth and back and forth. I know it's obvious, and of course you would try to get things done in the same day, but you'd be surprised at how many people, they're not good at route optimization. So there will be, they'll have two shoots. One's not ready till the afternoon, one's ready in the morning. So then they drive there, then they drive somewhere else for another shoot, and then they drive back to the same place where they were. So you have to be really careful in how you plan things, but things won't always go according to plan, and that's okay. That's all my thoughts for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.